Meet my pet, Red Pac-Man. And today I will show you what it is like to raise such a baby at home. Raising Pac-Man is already a challenge, but I did not know that he would start eating the city and destroying it. But I love him like a real son. Everything started with this strange red sphere. I found it and decided to warm it up. I was very curious, and then this day came. The sphere cracked right in front of my eyes. Look how tiny he is. Isn't he the cutest creature in the world? He easily fits in my hands. It seems he always wants to sleep. Hey, little guy, time to wake up. Right now, he does not even have teeth, only a huge and very hungry mouth. The first rule in our house is hygiene. I teach him to clean his huge mouth every day. He actually likes it. Bath time happens in a small bowl, no big pools. He just splashes and tries to bite the water. The funniest part started later. He discovered the robot vacuum, and it became his favorite toy. He does not just run after it. He rides on it like a real king. He just travels around the whole house. And when he gets tired, he loves watching cartoons. Just like a normal child, can he really be dangerous? To grow, he needs calories. I decided to make a special menu for him. First, we tried cherries. Then we moved to cookies and tiny pieces of meat. But most of all, he loved pancakes with syrup. That is his weakness. But one day I turned away for just 1 second, and he swallowed a huge piece of watermelon whole. How did it even fit in there? After that, he rolled on the floor like a sticky red ball. I had to take him to the bath again. He was already causing problems. He was growing fast and needed entertainment. I decided to give him toys. Let's see if he understands what to do with them. At first, he just looked at them, and he started jumping at the ball like a real predator. Instincts took over. I decided to introduce him to my cat. If they become friends, it means he can live with anyone. But I will not lie, there were bad moments too. He loves chewing everything. Furniture, shoes, TV remotes. I decided to take him for his first walk in public. We went to the supermarket. I put him right in the cart. It was incredibly funny. He sat there like a little prince. People stopped and took photos of him. He liked all this attention. But then he started grabbing food straight from the shelves. I had to quickly take him home. In the store, I could not resist and bought him a little costume. Yes, it looks very silly, but for some reason he liked it. His appetite also grew. Now he needed portions the size of a human, and he ate them in 1 second. He started sleeping everywhere. First on the sofa, then he took my whole bed. It was no longer like having a normal pet. I had to move to the next level. I decided to build a pen for him in the backyard. Fresh air should help. At first, he liked it there, but the pen was too small. He had too much energy. To help him use his energy, I tried walking him on a leash, and that was a terrible idea. Total chaos. He pulled me in every direction. If he saw a butterfly, he ran after it and destroyed everything in his way. The happiest day of his childhood was a trip to the beach. People surrounded him again. He was the local star, but one day his confidence played a bad trick on him. He tried to jump over a fence, and he fell very stupidly. I realized we needed a bigger enclosure, a real fortified zone. Otherwise, he would destroy the whole neighborhood. While we were looking for a new place, I took him to a big lake. There he could swim for hours, and there he discovered the hunter inside him. At first, he just splashed in the water. Then he started catching fish with his huge mouth. He became obsessed with his food. His diet completely changed. No more pancakes. Now he wanted only raw meat in huge amounts. That was the start of the next stage of his life. A special park was built, a place with huge metal walls. I brought him there. There was a lot of space, water, and shelters. At first, it looked like the perfect solution. When he lost control, they punished him. They locked him in isolation. You could see how much he hated them for it. And here is the scariest part. The more they controlled him, the angrier he became. His anger grew every day. One day, his patience finally broke. He smashed the main gates into pieces. The sirens started and panic began. People ran in fear. My former pet escaped. No security could stop him. They had to call the military. They surrounded him with heavy machines. He had no chance to go far. They shot dozens of tranquilizer darts into him. He fought for a long time, but finally fell to the ground. I thought it was the end. They loaded him onto a huge truck and took him away. The military did not see a threat. They saw the perfect weapon. That was the start of a secret project. They decided to remake him, not with nature, but with machines. They gave him a new body. They strengthened his skin with steel plates. They replaced his huge mouth with iron jaws. But the worst part was that they added weapons. Now he was not just a giant monster. He was a cybernetic machine of death. When he woke up, he was not the same baby anymore. All his instincts mixed with programs, and he was furious. The military sent him to a testing field. At first, he followed commands. He tore old tanks into pieces like paper. His power was unbelievable. The generals celebrated their victory, but they forgot one important thing. The living creature inside that armor still hated cages. At one moment, he simply stopped following orders. He roared and attacked his own base. He destroyed hangars and walls in seconds. A real nightmare began. After destroying the military base, he escaped again. Now a giant cyber predator was walking around the world, and nothing could stop him. He ran straight along the highway. Do you know what is the scariest thing? He ate cars the same way he ate those little cherries in childhood. Soon he reached a huge megapolis. The military did not have time to evacuate the city, and he entered the streets. He did not go around buildings. He just walked through them. Concrete and glass fell like rain. People ran in panic. The Air Force used everything they had. Missiles, fighter jets, heavy artillery. Nothing worked. His new armor was too strong. The explosions only made him angrier. It seemed that this nightmare would never end. And then, when it looked like there was no hope, something strange happened. He suddenly stopped and looked toward the ocean. A terrible neon blue light was rising from under the water. This was not made by humans. From the depths rose the colossal blue ghost. He was even bigger than my armored Pac-Man. Two giants stood face to face, a machine created from my pet and an ancient spirit of the ocean. My Pac-Man was not going to surrender. He opened his iron mouth and made a deafening roar. His weapons were ready. The blue ghost did not even move. Only his eyes flashed with blinding light. The battle of titans was beginning. The cyborg made the first attack. He fired his main cannon straight at the monster's chest. The beam cut through the air, but the laser simply passed through him. The ghost could not be destroyed by normal weapons. My pet realized he was in trouble. Then the ghost moved forward. He slid across the ground with terrifying speed. The earth shook from his power. They crashed into each other right in the center of the megapolis. The shockwave knocked us off our feet. It felt like the end of the world. The ghost simply covered him with his glowing body. The cyborg tried to escape, but his armor started melting from the light. Then there was a blinding flash, and everything was over. That is why you should not keep strange pets.